In recent years, the Franklin Pierce basketball team has developed a trend of recruiting players from the same area. This, on its own, is not uncommon, but what is uncommon is that these players are all traveling nearly 450 miles from the Washington, D.C. area to play for the Ravens. This trend began in 2014 when Franklin Pierce landed forward Gerard Gray, and has since grown to include 5 players, including star guards Falou Seck and Doyen Fatis-Utimi.
Me and Falou met at this recreational center called Spring Hill Lake in Greenville, Maryland, where we would just play rec ball with people just around the area. And that's pretty much how we met. And that was before we came to Franklin Pierce University.
A guy named Rick used to host gym hours for like competitive high school students and college students, and he would invite us, and then we would go against each other, and that's how we first met.
Fatis-Utimi attended Eleanor Roosevelt High School, while Seck attended Springbrook High School, about 20 minutes away.
I thought he was crafty when the first thing I saw, because the way he gets to the basket, or the moves he'll set up to get layups over defenders is very trickery. It's very crafty, so they wouldn't expect it. So that was my first thought. Then I realized he's got a lot of tools in his bag. He got a lot of tricks in his bag. So from watching that, I just analyzed how good of a player he was on offense.
I always knew Doyen was a bucket. I thought he had bounce. That's one thing I always knew he had. He could jump out the gym. So I remember on my visit, everybody was trying to get bouncy and everybody was trying to show off with their hops. And it was him and Dante that just shut it down. So he was a bucket, he could shoot. So it was exciting. I knew playing with somebody else that was a bucket getter should be a fun, exciting thing to do.
I got to Franklin Pierce University by a guy named Ricky Goings. He's helped me out, and he's helped a lot of kids from the DMV area to transition from high school to college. And he was telling me about the program, and he told me Coach Chad Bourne. So he had an event in the area, the DMV, where we would be playing basketball. It was called a 30 for 30 event. And the coaches there at Franklin Pierce University saw me play, and they liked the way I played, and they offered me a scholarship on the spot there.
It was late in my process, and I still told him I didn't like any schools that I was hearing from, really. I had a few schools, but I didn't really like what the coaches and what the plan was for me at those schools. So he said he's gonna make a couple phone calls, and then I was in a playoff section, and I had my career high, which was 47. And Rick hit me up and was like, there's a school called Franklin Pierce. They're loving you right now. And I was like, well, all right, cool. Is that the school Doyen goes to? Like, yeah. So ended up coming down here on the visit, and it was just, that was it. You already know what it takes for basketball. So, me coming here, he was a grade ahead of me, so he already knew how the college academic life was and the system was. So he was able to help me out, coming from a public school where, I gotta take care of my work when I need to get it taken care of, because with all the practice hours and the preparation we have to put in for basketball to balance everything out, because if you don't, then either or, you're either gonna lack in basketball or you're either gonna lack on the academic.
Play around when it comes to academics. We take our academics seriously, but other than that, if we're not worried about academics or playing basketball off the court, we always usually just chilling with each other, playing 2K. I was just telling Lil, we were just playing Mark Park with Gerard, another one of the players from the Maryland area. And this is just stuff that we do. We'll hang out, we'll watch YouTube videos, or just anything any random college kid would do on their leisure time with each other. Basketball is definitely a game of runs and momentum. So if I'm getting something going where I get a steal, or I get a dunk, or Falou will get a tough shot or a step back 3 or cross a player over, the whole team gets excited, and then the whole energy starts increasing, and then we get the crowd into it and everything. So we just feed off each other, off of positives and negatives. When we're on a slump or something, we'll tell each other to pick each other up, and then we'll just try to keep it going from there. But we definitely feed off each other's energy, and we both have high energy on the court, which I like.
Everybody's just cool with each other. Low and G Herb, and they're our big bros. That's who you looked up to coming in. I think they was the first ones from the DMV area to come here, so they kind of paved the way for us.
They're kind of mentors in a way. Definitely with Gerard, when I'm trying to just deal with people, he's a great people's person, great communicator and salesperson. along with Lo, when I'm trying to save some money or any advice about money, he's definitely the guy to go to with finance. That's his thing, finance and accounting.
People we can always go to anytime we needed help with anything, or just to hang out with, or just to get advice. We have a bad day, just ask them how did they cope with things when they was going through what you currently were going through.
Isaiah is he's not really I don't really like calling him my little bro, because he's just one of us.
Yeah.
He's just one of my brothers, honestly, and I just try to give him that same respect that Lo and Gerard gave me.
And he reminds me so much of myself when I was a freshman, you know, just out there, just happy to be here. But at the same time, having to stay focused, but it was hard because we're in this new atmosphere, this new area where everything is just openly
And then I just hope we continue to keep this going with DMV to Franklin Pierce, so we can continue this tradition and honestly try to make it a legacy.